The false potato, my slave, the idiot, he tried to challenge me on something, and and I'm up for the challenge, right? I've got the challenge here, and he really thinks that I don't have a picture of it when I actually do, and now I'm not going to use the picture because it's already there. He still didn't delete it, so I'll show it from the computer instead of taking the picture from my phone and placing it here. So I will show you where this guy says that that he's trying to say that nowhere in the hadith, right, does it say that Prophet Muhammad was told afterwards that he will be the first to be resurrected, because at first he was doubting in the hadith. So he says, I wonder if Moses fell unconscious or not, and that, and then afterwards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to him, and so he said in the hadith that he will be the first to be resurrected and his ummah will be the first to be resurrected. So the false prophet is trying to say that nowhere did he say that he said that nowhere in the hadith does it say afterwards the Prophet Muhammad was told. So I will show you exactly what he says and we will expose him. Okay, let's start.
Happy New Year, everybody. This is Brother Jacob, and this is the False Prophet channel, where we get Islam busted and the false prophet of Islam, Mohammed, busted on it.
I can imagine that he's trying to copy David Wood's channel when it says 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then David Wood says, welcome to the channel again, where we get, where we talk about Islam, and we got this, and in this episode, we got this and that. This idiot, he's a nobody. He has before he had 322 subscribers. Now he just lost up to 317 subscribers. He had 322 subscribers. He lost them, and now he only has 317, and he's a nobody. He's trying to act all like, oh, I have a channel and this and that, and we have an episode, and today we're going to discuss about why we were slaves and why we ran away from our masters. So anyway, let's check this guy out. See.
A regular basis. I know it's been a minute since I uploaded. I know people been wondering, where has Brother Jacob been? Well, I've been enjoying the holiday season.
And enjoying being spanked by me. Don't forget that. But anyway, let me just skip so we can, so we don't have to listen to it.
I'm going to do a series expose, get a glimpse at what Islam does to the human brain.
Yes, Islam actually made your brain broken, because made your brain, jammed because of me. I basically made your brain, you can't think right now anymore, because I defeated you. I, put arguments and they defeated you.
Okay, Islam destroys brain cells for going on like a week. Okay, I promised myself to stop talking to this character because I realized that, when I speak to him, I'm not trying to convince him. This Abdul, he's no different than any other Muslim that you'll find. Okay, Muslims are steadfast to believe a lie. Everything that I write to him, he understands everything that I write. But at the same time, he is under a programming. They program. Muhammad said, no matter how ridiculous people in the world, that's the only thing that we can do. Okay? And we are about to, the videos that we're going to do, we are dealing with a liar. Okay? He challenged me to prove that I didn't say something that he said I said. So let's show you. This is his comment. Muslim warrior, Muslim cheerleader at the false prophet. He says, Abdul nigger. We're not gonna sugarcoat what he's saying. It is you who says that nowhere in the hadith does Allah tell the Prophet Muhammad afterwards that he will be the first to be resurrected, which proves you lost the argument. And I got a picture of your comment. So he's claiming to have a screenshot of me saying that. Let's read it again. He claims to have a screenshot of me saying that it is nowhere in the hadith that Allah tells the Prophet Muhammad afterwards that he will be the first to be resurrected. I never said that. Now let's show you what I said in regards to his comment. This is what I told him. I said, where did I say that, Abdul? Take a screenshot. And I just took a screenshot of you saying I said that. And I'm going to do a vid challenging you to show the screenshot where I said that. Show and prove, Abdul. Okay. Now, let's see what Abdul had to say. He said, Abdul nigger, I already have that picture and I dare you to make a video challenging me to show you so I can exactly show you, and he's talking to you all now, and your subs that you just lied. So everybody see this. We're going to prove that he is the liar. So we just setting the precedence. So when we make the rest of the videos exposing him and his prophet, you will see how you can't trust anything that he says. This is a little taqiyya boy. For those who don't know, taqiyya is a doctrine in Islam where basically the Muslim is permitted to lie in order to protect his religion. Okay, I don't know why they would have a doctrine to protect a lie with another lie, because you lie. It just be, nigger, I already have that picture and I dare you to make a video challenging me to show you so I can exactly show you and your subs. He's speaking to everybody, you know, that's subscribed to my channel, that you just lied.
So basically here, these are the comments. I tell him, try again, since the Prophet said, I wonder if Moses would regain consciousness before me or if he had not fallen consciousness. So the Prophet Muhammad was in doubt and saying this while he was alive until Allah revealed to him that he will be the first to regain consciousness. It may also mean that since Prophet Muhammad and Moses are in two different places, Muhammad would regain consciousness first and afterwards Moses, but Moses would be found holding the leg of the throne. So this is the hadith. The Prophet Muhammad said, do not give any prophet superiority over another, for on the day of the resurrection all the people will fall unconscious until I will be the first to emerge from the earth, and we'll see Moses standing and holding one of the legs of the throne. And the Prophet says, it's actually not I will, it says la adri. So he's still saying I don't know whether Moses has fallen conscious or the first consciousness was sufficient for him. So the Prophet wouldn't know if Moses felt unconscious, which proves that Prophet Muhammad would be the first among those unconscious to have conscious. So then basically I said to him, the Prophet was wondering until afterwards Allah gave him the answer, which proves that the Prophet never spoke a lie. To wonder something and say maybe is not a lie. So it says nowhere does it say that he will be unconscious in paradise, which proves you are wrong. And the hadith in Arabic says I wonder. The Prophet says I don't know, meaning fala adri, and I gave him the hadith in Arabic. Or I wonder, meaning while he didn't know while he was still alive, and not on the day of resurrection he will say this, but he already said this in the hadith. It's part of the hadith. So then he says false equivalence, why would Allah give Muhammad a dream? Okay, we go over this. But then he says, now you are putting words in your prophet's mouth. Yeah, you're done. Nowhere does it say Allah gave him the answer afterwards. So he's referring to that. No, when I said that Allah gave him the answer afterwards, meaning he gave him the answer afterwards, telling him that he would be the first to be conscious, because the Prophet Muhammad was first in doubt, and he says, I don't know if Moses fell unconscious or he was he would be the first among those unconscious to have conscious. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the answer in the hadith, where he says that he will be conscious, right? And he said now you are putting words into your prophet's mouth. Yeah, you're done. Nowhere does it say Allah gave him the answer afterwards. And for example, nowhere does it say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the Prophet Muhammad answer afterwards. So this is what exactly he said. And now he's lying here. Okay, he's lying here since he said, right, since I told him it is you who says that nowhere in the hadith does Allah tell the Prophet Muhammad afterwards that he will be the first to be resurrected, which proves you lost the arguments. And then he says, okay, afterwards he says, where did I say that? Take a screenshot, right? He says, where did I say that? And then he says, Abdul, I am 100% absolutely positive that I did not say those words that you quoted, which shows he's lying. And he says, where did I say that, Abdul? Take a screenshot, right? And so it basically shows that he is lying, since I said, it is you who says that nowhere in the hadith does Allah tell the Prophet Muhammad afterwards that he will be the first to be resurrected. So he's saying that nowhere in the hadiths does it say that the Prophet Muhammad will be resurrected first afterwards, after the Prophet Muhammad had doubts, right? So before the Prophet Muhammad had doubts, and afterwards he had the answer. So he says here, now you're putting words in the mouth of your Prophet. Yeah, you're done. Nowhere does it say Allah gave him the answer afterwards. Nowhere does it say that Allah gave him the answer afterwards. And this is false, because Allah did give him the answer afterwards, right? And since we proved again, this is what I said. Try again, since the Prophet said, I wonder if Moses would have regained consciousness before me, or if he had fallen unconscious. So the Prophet Muhammad was in doubt until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to him that he will be the first to gain consciousness, right? And he then said, now you're putting words into your Prophet's mouth. Yeah, you're done. Nowhere does it say Allah gave him the answer afterwards. And then here he says, since I said it is you who says that nowhere in the hadith does Allah tell the Prophet Muhammad afterwards that he will be the first to be resurrected, right? So he's saying that he's trying to say that Moses was the first to be resurrected, because Prophet Muhammad will regain consciousness and will find Moses holding on to the leg of the throne. So he's trying to say that Prophet Muhammad would not be the first to be conscious. And here he says down here, where did I say that, Abdul? Take a screenshot. So I told him that it is you who says that nowhere in the hadith does Allah tell the Prophet Muhammad afterwards that he will. So he's trying to say that nowhere in the hadith does the Prophet Muhammad say afterwards, after he had doubt, of who, if Moses was the first to be resurrected or him. He said that nowhere in the hadith does Allah tell the Prophet Muhammad afterwards that he will be the first to be resurrected. And this is exactly what he's trying to say, right? So here he says, read Abdul, and he gives me the hadith, people will be struck unconscious on the day of resurrection. I will be the first to regain consciousness. And behold, there I will see Moses holding one of the pillars of Allah's throne. I wonder whether he has become conscious before me, or he has been exempted because of the unconsciousness at the Tur mountain which he received on earth. Notice it says your prophet will be wondering about Moses in paradise. That's not in paradise, on the day of resurrection. But a huge problem, Abdul, read the verse, etc., etc. And I want to show something else. And he says, try again, you missed the point, because I got you. Don't skip over the point of what I'm saying this time. He said he would be the first to regain consciousness. Then he says he will wonder if Moses became conscious before him. But he just said he would be first to regain consciousness. So why is he wondering when he already said that he would be the first, right? And not only that, he also said that he will be the first resurrected and to enter paradise. So you can clearly see that he's claiming, the false prophet, that there's a contradiction, since the prophet said that he will be the first to be resurrected, and afterwards he will see Moses holding the thrones. So the Prophet Muhammad said to the people, I do not know whether Moses was resurrected first or not. So then afterwards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to him that yes, Moses will be that you, Muhammad, will be resurrected first, to clear the doubt. And then so he's saying again, now you're putting words into your prophet's mouth. Yeah, you're done. Nowhere does it say Allah gave him the answer afterwards, so which proves he's lying. And here he's saying that since I said it's you who says that nowhere in the hadith does Allah tell the Prophet Muhammad afterwards that he will be the first to be resurrected. And then he says, where did I say that? Abdul, take a screenshot. And so basically I just exposed him here. So the false potato is exposed, and wassalamu alaikum.